Hello guys, welcome to all of you. I am Professor Bhuvi Patel from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we discuss the dynamic memory allocation method and the remaining topics, that is Kalloc function, reallocate function and free function. If you remember, in a previous lecture we are discussing only the single function of malloc. So here we are writing the program using malloc, that is already discussed in our chapter. So the malloc function is nothing but the memory allocation function that allocates a single block of memory. It allocates single block of memory and returns a pointer to the first byte of memory. But now today we discuss the another functions that is similar to the malloc, and that is the name is Kalloc function. Now what is the full form of Kalloc? So Kalloc full form is contiguous allocation. Full form is contiguous memory allocation. Now this function allocates memory with not single but multiple blocks of memory. It allocates memory with a multiple blocks, and it initializes the block with 0. It initializes the block with 0 value. That is the Kalloc function. Now what is the syntax for allocating memory with Kalloc function? This is same as a malloc function. It returns pointer, so P, then syntax is cast type, then star, then you have to use Kalloc, and inside Kalloc function, now you have two parameters. Here only the one parameters in a malloc, because it allocates single block of memory. Here two parameters, and the parameter is nothing but first is n and second is element size. Second is element size. So the example is, suppose cast type is same as data type. So here we are writing integer, then star. Function is Kalloc. So here we are writing Kalloc. Now two parameter, first is n always, then comma, element size, that is integer, that is float, that is character. So element size is nothing but the size of integer. Clear? So this is the syntax for using Kalloc function for memory allocation. So what happens when we are writing this? Suppose n equals 3, same, and the size of integer, that is 2. So 3, how many blocks are created? N numbers of, that is multiple blocks. So here 3 blocks of created and size 2. So the figure is what? Total size is 3 into 2, that is 6 byte, which is same for a malloc function. Suppose here n into 2, that is 3 into 2. One block is created in a malloc of 6 byte. Here the same size is created for Kalloc, but the difference is what? Here 3 different blocks are created and each block having 2 bytes. So 2 bytes for one, 2 bytes here, 2 bytes. Total 3 blocks are created with the Kalloc function, because Kalloc's function allocates memory with a multiple block, but malloc only creates single block of memory. That is the difference between malloc and Kalloc. First. Now the second difference is what? First is single block and multiple block. Second difference is what? In a malloc, the initialize value is always garbage. But whenever you are creating with a Kalloc function, then it initialize with 0. So by default value of that block has a 0 values. Clear? So same program we are discussing here. Write a program to find the sum of n elements using not a malloc function, now using calloc at runtime. So what you have to change? You have to change first the function, that is C, because of this syntax. Integer star, then function calloc, and then now change n comma size of integer, 2 parameters. So instead of here into, we have to change comma. So this program is now using calloc function. First, remember difference between malloc and calloc. First difference is whenever you are using malloc function, it creates only the single block of memory. But calloc allocates memory with a multiple blocks. Second difference is in a malloc, the initial values is garbage, and calloc, the initial value is 0 by default. And third difference is malloc is very fast compared to calloc functions. Now we are executing the same program, sum of n number using calloc function. So what is the output of this program? This figure is created here because here enter n. Output is what? Enter n. And suppose enter 3. So 3 blocks of memory is created according to the calloc function, 3 blocks, and the size of each is 2 bytes. Now for loop is executed, enter elements. How many times this loop is executed? N times. So 3 times if message is given, enter elements. Suppose I enter 1. Then second, enter elements. It is 2. Then enter elements. And it is 3. 3 times the message is printed, printf and scanf. And the sum formula is same. The sum of 3 elements. So first, by default, suppose here I am not writing scanf. This line is missing. Only we are writing printf enter elements and then sum. Printf element sum. Then the by default value of these 3 is 0. So the answer is what? Printed sum equals 0. Clear? Here scanf is not there, so only this line is there. Enter elements, then sum. Enter elements, then sum. So enter elements, here we are not entering any elements because scanf is not. Enter elements, we are not entering any elements. Then by default value is 0, so the answer is what? Sum equals 0. Clear? But now we are writing scanf function. Scanf means input value. And what value we are inputted? 1, 2, 3. That means first is 1, second is 2, and third is 3. That value we are inputted. So the sum of that 3 elements will be doing here. And the final answer is sum equals what? 1 plus 2 plus 3. That is 6 will be printed. This is the same program using calloc function. Again, we are using free. Now what is the use of this free function? This free frees the memory that is previously allocated. So if you have not written this statement free, then what happens? This memory is in a storage. This is not destroyed. So whenever you are using dynamic memory allocation concept, then you must be free of that memory, because the dynamic memory allocation is nothing but what? It allocates memory and it releases the unwanted memory. Now our program is executed. We not require this data. So we have to destroy that, we have to release that memory, and that is done using this function free. So here the concept is free P. P indicates what? The pointer. So the pointer is destroyed for this memory. So you can use that memory again. Clear? So this is the program for a calloc function. Now our next topic is reallocate. Last function is reallocate. Now reallocate function is what? It modifies the previously allocated memory. What it does? Modify the size of previously allocated memory. When we are using this concept reallocation, suppose I allocate the memory with 100 bytes and now it is not enough. Now we want 300 bytes memory. Then you can resize that memory, you can modify that size using reallocate. Suppose I have 100 students and then after 2 years I have a 5000 students. Then the data for storing that students, we need more memory. And to change that memory concept, we have another function, that is reallocate. The syntax for reallocate is reallocate, then pointer and new size. Pointer and new size. This is the syntax for using reallocate function. Let us start with simple program. First we are allocating memory with malloc function. Then you can change the size of previously allocated. So previously we are allocate memory with a malloc function. So here we are making program void main. Always before void main, which header files we need? Has include stdlib.h. Inside void main we are allocating memory with malloc function. There are two size n1 and n2. n2 is our new size, n1 is for a previously allocated memory. Then clear screen. Printf enter n1. n1 is old size, previously allocated memory size. Scanf %d end of n1. Now allocate memory with a malloc function. So syntax is p equals integer star, then malloc n1. First is n1 size. So n1 into size of integer. Using malloc function we are allocating memory. Then for loop. Now we have to print the address. So printf address equal, for loop I start with 0, I less than n1, I plus plus, printf /n %u. To print the address you need %u, not %d. If you are writing %d, then it prints integer value. Now you want address to print, so you have to write %u. And which address? The pointer p plus I. This is the concept of simple program for a malloc. Now we have to use reallocates. So reallocate have a new size and that is n2. So here we are inputted message printf sim enter new size, that is n2, and scanf %d end of n2, that is my new size. After new size you can use concept reallocate. So the syntax is reallocate, pointer is same as p, and the new size, that is n2. So here the new size is now n2 into size of integer. After allocation of memory using reallocate, we have a same formula, that is printer address. So here the printer address equals, for loop I start with 0, I less than n2, I plus plus, printf /n %u, which p plus I, and then get ch. Before get ch, what we have to make? Free up the memory. So free and getch. This is the program using reallocate. So what is the output of this program? Here we are using reallocate function and here we are using malloc function. So what is the output of this program? First enter n1. Enter n1. Suppose n1 is 2. So the memory is allocated n1, that is 2 into 2. How many? 4 bytes. And the address is printed here. Suppose the address is 2000 and 2002. Total 4 address is there. 4 bytes. And how many? n1 is 2. So first is 2000, 2001, that is 1 byte. 2000, 2 and 3, that is second byte. So the address is printed here 2 times. Now enter new size. I enter another size, new size, that is my n2, and suppose that is 3 here. So the output is what? New size is allocated 3 into 2. How many? Total 6. Previously we are allocating with 4 and we are changing from 4 to 6. So total 3 bytes of memory is occupied and print the addresses. This address is for a malloc function. So here the address is for a 3. So first two are same and the third is 2004. So this is the concept of reallocation. The previously we are allocating 2 blocks of memory and now we are changing the size of previously allocated memory with the 3 blocks. Clear? This is the program using reallocate, and finally we are using free, that free up the all allocated memory. If you have any query in this chapter, in this topic, then you are feel free to contact me. Thank you so much for listening video.